Well, now to a story of how a community's effort can help turn a school around. Just a few years ago, Tootgarook Primary on the Mornington Peninsula was in dire straits. Now it's a role model thanks to some food, bits of wood and a second-hand bus. Brett McLeod explains.
It's another busy morning at the Tootgarook Primary School Breakfast Club. The food can barely come out fast enough.
Toast, tons of cereal, like Weet-Bix, cornflakes, stuff like that.
If you forget your breakfast at home, you can just come down for here.
The food and a lot of the help is all donated. The club was set up when teachers realised a lot of the kids were coming to school hungry.
Mostly important people that don't have breakfast club at home.
A short time later, two retirees, Eric and Bernie, run the Woodwork Club.
Mind your fingers.
It's become so popular there's a waiting list to get in. The aim was well beyond just teaching how to use a hammer and nail. It was about getting to children who weren't coping with class.
The idea of it was to give some of the children who had a bit too much energy in other lines, so they can take it out with a hammer and nail. Some of them are struggling at home, and if they can work well at school, it's well and good.
Kids make these. And we try to display as much work as we possibly can, so the kids take ownership of it.
Tootgarook Primary is now very different to when Assistant Principal Paul King arrived here 6 years ago.
What was the school like when you first got here?
When we first got here, it was looked a little bit like Beirut.
The Mornington Peninsula holds some of Victoria's most expensive real estate, but 80% of this school's families rely on social services income.
It's driven by this conundrum that, we have great wealth in this area juxtaposed with really deep disadvantage and real poverty.
So Paul started organising activities to keep the kids in school, to give them a shot at breaking the poverty cycle.
It's just changed the whole persona for the community, so they're not the poor cousin.
And nothing has changed that more than when something arrived 2 weeks ago.
The bus is the big thing.
I think it looks flashy.
The George Hicks Foundation, which helps young people on the peninsula, donated the $10,000 to buy Tootgarook's first ever school bus.
It looks like a zebra, but without the black and white stripe. It's green and yellow.
It means students can now get to activities the school couldn't afford to take them to before. Sports days, arts fairs, performances. While wealthier schools get swimming pools and recital centres, this school has been given a huge lift because of a second-hand bus.
I think it's awesome.
Just fantastic. It's amazing. You can virtually see the change from visit to visit.
By the way, the symbol on the side is the croaking frog, which is what Tootgarook means.
If we're driving around and you see a big yellow frog, then you know it's Tootgarook and it feels special.
Every child should feel special, and that's what a small army of volunteers has done here.
If we can work with the children, start off with the children, I think they've got a better chance through life if they go through school with the right attitude.
Brett McLeod, 9 News.
What a